Hey friends, Tuxx here. Check it out, I got another mini arcade machine, and this is the Asteroids one, and check out this crazy price. This is just like amazing, $7, okay? Super cheap, such a great deal, but there's a reason for this. There's a downside to $7, and I'll get more to that in a second. If you're not familiar, this is a series of like little shrunken mini arcade games. They're bigger than the teeny arcade, but smaller than like a real arcade machine. Obviously, you can tell from my hand size here. They're about, 8 inches in height or so, but they're made to be like authentic replicas of the original arcade machines. These are available in a variety of different types. This is number 5, okay? And in most cases, these are pretty decent looking. It's basically manufactured by Basic Fun, which is a division of Bridge Direct, okay? Out of Boca, here in Florida, but made in China, okay? Here's the barcode. Sorry, it's a little dirty. This is from Walmart. I guess the shelf was a little dirty. You can pause that if you need to, so there's that. And looking at the retail packaging, I have to say the packaging looks pretty good. Like, this is definitely retail ready. I love the fact it has a clear screen. I love the way you can see the original artwork on the side. Very cool. On the back here, talks about the game a little bit. Destroy all asteroids and enemy spaceship. Explosive rapid fire space action. I don't know about that rapid fire part. Hold the fire button for hyperspace mode, okay? So it seems to have all the original arcade mechanics kind of built in. One thing I especially like about this series here is the fact they have a little open hole here, so you can stick your finger in the hole and you can check out the game. And so we can test it real quick here, and you can see it has some authentic arcade sounds. That looks pretty good, but more about that in a second. The sounds sound great. It sounds like the original arcade machine, but let's go ahead and open this up for a closer inspection. Let me grab my scissors. Okay, I got my scissors here. We'll go ahead and bust this bad boy open. We'll try and rip into this like a spaceship blasting through an asteroid. Well, kind of. Let's see what we have here. We'll pull it out. Pulling out the arcade machine. I used to love arcades. I miss arcades. I wish there was good arcades. The best arcade that I know of is called Galloping Ghost in Chicago. When we went to Pokemon Go Fest, we definitely checked it out, and super cool arcade if you're in the Chicago area. But really, that's about the only arcade that I know that really has impressed me for a long time. It seems like arcades are kind of dying out a little bit, unfortunately. Sad sign of the times. But anyway, reeling this back into this arcade machine, we have little instructions here. Very cool. Shows Asteroids. It's not just a generic instruction for all games. This is made just for Asteroids, which is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and open this up. I won't go through every little thing on it, but basically we have the joystick on and off buttons in front, volume in front, screen obviously, start button, and fire hyperspace. Ooh, a fire and hyperspace together on the same button? That sounds a little bit dangerous, alright. Has screen layout, gameplay, scoring. I think you guys all know Asteroids, so I'm going to kind of hold off on the deep dive instructions on Asteroids. But here's the machine itself. Now these do have a weird little like twist tie thing, which I really, at first I didn't like this, but now I am a fan, because what's great about these little plastic ties is the fact that you can lock them in place again, okay? So unlike twist ties, I guess, or plastic ties or cloth ones are knots, these you can actually easily take the machine out of the box and put it back in the box in the same way that you bought it. So if you're collecting these but not playing these, you can keep it pretty true, but every now and then bust it out for a little arcade action. Alright, trying to cut these off gracefully. I'm not so graceful, as you guys probably know. Alright, we'll go ahead and try and do the first one here. Oh boy, this is tight. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and twist this, and you can kind of see it comes unlocked. There's number 2. Oops, don't want to lose it. Here's number 3. Oh, there's little arrows. I didn't even notice that. Look, there's an arrow. If you follow the arrow, it goes even easier. I should read the arrows and follow their instructions, and my life would be so much easier. Alright, there we go. So we went ahead and twist them all off. Now this should come off pretty easily, I think. There is a little plastic thing here that I need to remove. Alright, so I guess there's one thing I'm going to have to cut. I think there's probably a way of doing this without cutting it. Well, there we go. We'll just go ahead and pull this out. Here we go. I think we got this. And make sure this one's done too. There we go. Pulling it out. We'll get all this stuff out of the way, and there we are. Okay, so looking at the machine itself, this is pretty darn nice, I have to say. This is what the original art looked like back in the day. I mean, it was a cardboard cutout inside of the machine, but yeah, that looks right. The marquee looks right. The cabinet actually is the right shape, I do believe. The buttons are missing some buttons, but this is a little console, so I understand. Looks like we have a speaker. It kind of looks like there's 2 speakers, but it really looks like there's only one on the inside. I think this is just a fake, just for aesthetics, essentially. On the skin, the side, on the back here, there's this. Okay, and this is kind of interesting. I guess this is a thing to kind of like unlock it from being like store mode to normal mode. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. You can reinsert this later. This basically changes something in the game so it knows that now we're going to play real games and not just be like a demo mode, okay? So there we go. There's the screen. We'll kind of dust it off a little bit. But all in all, very good construction, very good quality, very good size and shape. It's a little too big to be like portable to take to cons, and I think that's where the teeny arcade tiny arcade kind of fall into play more. And you can see my videos. I do have videos on those as well. And I should mention there is other videos for this. And if you like this or these type of things, I do have a link for this one and maybe some other ones I'll put in the description down below so you can click that. But anyway, pretty darn good looking machine. We'll go ahead and hit the on button here. And there's our spaceship. And we'll go ahead and start it here, start button. Okay, and you can hear the music about right. You know, I should probably dim the lights. I'm going to dim the lights and we'll go ahead and try and play a game of Asteroids here. Okay, so we got the lights dimmed here, and we are trying to play Asteroids. Now, the sound effects sound really right, okay? I'm definitely down with that. But what I don't like is the fact this isn't like vector graphics. I think it's very hard to do vector graphics on a little LCD screen like this. If you're not familiar, vector graphics are games like Tempest. You know, there's a whole bunch of games that use these like little lines, okay? And that's how this game is meant to be, is little lines. There's a big spaceship. Shoot it. Got it. Very nice. So you can see when the explosion happens there, it's just like a couple of dots. It's not like a real explosion. And the ship itself doesn't really spin. It just has various positions. And I do notice this thing doesn't have thrust. Okay, so it does have hyperspace. We'll test that real quick here. I'm not sure how that works. So let's see. We'll hit on again. Start a game. And we'll hit hyperspace. Okay, and I guess if you hold it, it flashes, but then I don't quite see where it goes. The firing is pretty good, though. You can get quite a few bullets that I see. But just all in all, this is a little bit underwhelming, because this is honestly not how the original Asteroids looked, because it was actually more of a, you know, a vector game. I do like the way the sound effects are real, though. That's cool. And I have to say, it's pretty fun to play, even though it's not a true representation of the arcade. I like the way it has a high scoreboard. That's really cool. And the score right there. So right now I do have the high score. Yay! But that's about it, guys. So that's kind of what the game's all about. I believe later in the game, it does have game over too, which is a nice little touch. Okay, to recap, this has been the Arcade Classics number 5, Asteroids. And this is a pretty cool looking machine. Is it worth $7? Yes, it is worth $7. But here's the thing, is this is kind of the weakest link of the series. Honestly, guys, this does not have the original arcade ROM like Frogger or the other ones that look and play authentic compared to the original arcade game. This one, it looks a little weird. You know, it doesn't have thrust. You're stuck in a stationary position. It's not vector graphics, so it is lacking in a few ways. But in the pros, it does have a great cabinet. It does sound good, has the original arcade sounds, and for $7, it's quite a bit of fun, you know? So I would still say go ahead and buy it. I don't think it's available for $7 on Amazon, but we'll try and put a link for you in the description down below for the best Amazon price I can find, so you can check it out for yourself. But I think it's cute. It's part of my collection. I have no regrets here. I enjoy this, and I think you guys should buy it too, all right? All right, if you guys have any games you're looking forward to come up for the fall, Fallout 76, the new World of Warcraft, I mean, any kind of thing in the future like Halo or even like, you know, 2019 and beyond, I'm saying, you know, let me know in the comments below what games you're looking forward to for the holiday season and for next year, all right? And don't forget, we do have a giveaway going on right now. Say Enter Me or Enter Me Senpai for some cool prizes. Watch the video for all the dates and everything else, but that is going on until, I'll tell you, until October 31st at 11:59 p.m. We'll have 2 winners, okay? Of some cool gaming or anime stuff, all right? All right, friends, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.